Welcome back to more Pokemon Light 2. So last time, we made a start on Victory Road. We made some decent progress for it as well. So yeah, trying to get to grips with this layout obviously. This very different layout too. I believe those temples can be like shortcuts as well, depending. So yeah, maybe I could have made my way back last time, but that's okay. And we also talked about the new Pokemon, and yeah, it's definitely an interesting chat about them because yeah, they are definitely very interesting options. So yeah, that you could consider, even if yeah, again, when them comes to late, the value yeah could be seen as diminished a little bit. But anyway, this time yeah, let's continue talking about the topic where yeah, I grew as a person. So yeah. So I was thinking about how did I grow as a person while I was playing this game too? I think we've already been here. Let's see. Yeah. And it wasn't really any I already explored everything there. So I think yeah, our next option we need to go up. So now yeah, we can our only option at the moment is to go through here. Is the strength boulders, so yeah. That's the area with Flash, but again you actually don't need to go there. If you don't want to. You can find your way to the end by just going the other way around, so yeah. Anyway, and then you get to turn your last battles, so yeah, let's make sure everyone is in the right place now, so that's good. You got a trainer here. Kind of annoying one, if I remember correctly. The heat battle's good, but get too hot, you might end up getting burnt. Yeah, so probably don't want to use a Tonya here. So again, I think yeah, back then obviously, I think the main thing was the fact that the main thing about me growing back then, you know, like no, let's not risk it. I've tried risk it many times, it's never worked, so yeah, it only works sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna just go into my Water type. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I was talking about, so yeah. So again, as opposed to yeah, I think yeah, back then obviously, you know, I didn't think that yeah, Black and White 2 was a big catalyst for you know me, you know, following Pokemon. Like I said, it was one of the first games I followed the release of. Obviously, the other ones need to help the seat, like I said, like in part 1, I realized. So yeah, again, because of that, yeah, I was hyped to continue on the series, and yeah, that was definitely a good thing because yeah, after that, we obviously had some Y. We've got a means to play it. Amazing. I think I got a bit cinch. Like yeah, I enjoyed watching my brother play it. Then once I got my means of playing it, I also play it. But yeah, Burpee should use this. Although yeah, I was still playing the games like I was hard gold actually. Playing about it is a cool watch. If you need both, if you're gonna go like a scope on it. Like yeah, I was still you know trading in Pokemon that I want to use. Back then, I believe. I think I stopped doing that after XY actually. So yeah. Is again, I think it was like yeah, my brother was in the game's like yeah, I wanted some interesting choices because of him. So yeah, all I want more powerful Pokemon. So let's take you on. So yeah, I drew X and Y, and then ORS. Yeah, I believe yeah. For ORS, I did just use my own Pokemon. I think my team had a theme to it. It was a very strange theme though. So yeah, yeah, I enjoyed playing that with my brother too. And then of course we had Gen 7 as well, which we also had a lot of fun. That was also the first generation where I decided that yeah, I'd use all the new Pokemon that were introduced for my team. That I believe was the first time I did that. Then for Ultra Sun and Moon, that was close. Can we take an unstopped flamethrower? I don't think we can, but let's see. Nah, definitely not. Well, we did get close to one shot, but again, that's kind of why I want the Life Orb. The Life Orb will definitely bridge the gap right there, so yeah. You know, now is probably the time, I think. The traders are getting quite strong now, so yeah, I'm actually going to try it. Okay, if it's super effective, I think we're fine, but yeah, I do think that Antonio needs that extra oomph. I can't cover this, how can I part lose? Of course, it could have also been a damage roll, so there's also that, but anyway. One thing that definitely helps is if the stat reduction berries work, because I can then pump up my attack at speed a bit more. I might actually go speed to be honest. I mean, it's hard to say. I feel like we need more power. You do have the very the thing is, we have a good IV in attack, and then our speed is our nature stats. So yeah. Like I said, yeah, you know what? Let's go Lifle for the time being. I think Victory Road wants it, so yeah, you know what? Let's do it. There you go. Good stuff. So yeah. So then for Ultra Sun Moon, what we did was we used the new Pokemon that I added, and also some other Pokemon we wanted to use. I think for me, I wanted to use the Pokemon that got new moves as well. Nice Recanida. So like I think Serena got Power Whip, so I wanted to use that for example. So yeah, in Ultra Sun Moon, I'll fight you now. Life is all about overcoming hurdles. Could you be a hurdle for me? Like, that flavor is infamous because I used Mimikyu, and Mimikyu is broken, so yeah. It's kind of overpowered how good that thing is in a playthrough because of its disguise ability, so yeah. Anyway, we have the life up. Let's see what we can do with it. Yes, again, I don't mind that we take damage because we can just heal the damage off. And also, yeah, I believe, yeah, that did well. And he also lost the rock too. Unfortunately, Duo is actually very bad if you use a life bulb, so yeah. I think the summer is the most better, but for an area like this, I do think the life bulb is better, so yeah. So we're just gonna return and take it out. We do have an ability that makes that we do more damage or load health, so that's, I guess, another reason to go life bulbs, so yeah. And a slip. So yeah, we'll go for the. Ah, that was the wrong move. Yeah, do it anyway, so it's fine. So it should just get using Leaf Blade Bats, okay? That damage though, yeah, that's impressive damage right there. Again, rifles are 30% boost, so yeah, it's strong. So then yeah, Ultra Simon, yeah, again. That's what we kinda did. I will go with that hurdle you presented to me. What did Mimikyu? Oh yeah, Mimikyu probably did get some new moves, that's probably why I used it. But again, it was broken. It's so overpowered, especially the post game. Because pretty much every difficult fight became the Buzz's strongest fight. Every strongest fight became take the hit with the skies and then nuke them with the Z move. That's basically what every battle became. So yeah, yeah, Mimikyu is a very broken Pokemon, very overpowered as well. So yeah. So down here, you've got the Dragon Fang. That's nice. So one of these is the Dark Room, I believe. It's this one. And again, like I said, we don't need to worry about it right now. But over here, we have this area right here. Another Hinheim down there, so yeah. Anyway, we got this room. This is the room where you can find Drudicon and Spylus. It's called the third floor on the map for some reason, so yeah, I'm not so sure why, but that's, I guess, why it's called that. I guess it is what it's called that, so I'll just go with that. The inner cycle of wins and losses will always continue. Of course, after that though, it became not as fun because I couldn't play the games with my brother. I just watched him play a playthrough and I did a playthrough of my own. That's basically how it went with Sword and Shield. I think that might be one reason why I'm not very positive about that game. Because again, my personal experience was not as good, even as, you know, something that people don't like, as I'm just, at least I had still have my brother around, you know, playing the game with him, so yeah. I think that's definitely one reason why I felt the way I did about Sword and Shield. Again, Sword and Shield was definitely a very low point for me. Because again, I didn't even play the post game. That was the first of the series too. And again, the game just didn't wow me as much as even Ultra Sun, to be honest. In retrospect, probably I wouldn't say that, but again, I think back then though, that's kind of how I felt. I kind of felt like, yeah, I was getting kind of burnt out, I guess you could say. But that kind of makes sense, because again, I was basically playing Pokemon games. Everyone was suppressed me. I think during Summon, pretty much Pokemon was all I was really playing. I wasn't really playing much else, so yeah. But yeah, I think another reason why it fell off of Sword Shield was a game that, in hindsight, I actually don't like that much playing it, but it was a very important game for me. Three Houses. I played that game so much that, yeah, I basically didn't really want to play anything else. So yeah, it was also the first games I got on the Switch. I mean, that was really the only way I had to play games back then too. So yeah, at least easily. So yeah, and over here, Zorok. It won't move, it might be protecting something. There's something kind of weird about that Zorok. Apparently in the Japanese version, there was a bug with it. This is relevant in the post game, but yeah. So that's a thing. So like I say, this area, if you want Charcoal's Swallows, I believe it's the only area that has the two, so yeah. I guess it does add to the marvel of Xylus that, yeah. Pseudo-Electrate, and also, yeah, it's only in one area in this game. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep this up. Are you sure you want to seriously take on someone like you? He seriously fights up Pokemon. Again, I don't know if I'm the same with Sword and Shield now. I think it's kind of like... I kind of see why people like it, but at the same time, yeah, again. With how sour my first experience of it was, I'm hesitant to come back to it, basically. So, yeah. Especially because, yeah, I have so many games in the backlog too that I don't know if it's, worth it to go back and just play it to see how I feel. I could play, other games that I really want to learn about. So, yeah, I think that's another issue too. Man, level 64. I'm getting quite high level now. And a Vanillux, alright. I don't even think the team in Sword and Shield was that bad, to be honest. But, yeah. And I'll probably go... that was close to one shot. And we're getting one shot back, so yeah. Yeah, that's why I want to show a rat type move, I think. So yeah. These guys, yeah, they're no slouch. That's an actual. Like, yeah, we're not getting the one shots that easily now, so yeah, let's go to the flash can. Try and take it out. There we go. Good. Level 64. This is the pain that comes with seriously facing someone head on. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so now let's use another revive. I don't have that many of them. I did buy revives during this playthrough, so yeah. Now I'm kind of hurting for them a little bit, so yeah. So I'll use, let's go back to free space. Do I still have eliminates? I actually do, so that's nice. Yes, I can use them on Antonia's life orb chirp. Ronan got chipped too, and I can use it in Moonlock, so yeah. Yeah, I do think that, yeah, with how this game is designed with its help, well, the healing items you can stock them so easily, thanks to Pokestar Studios from Avenue, yeah, I do think that, yeah, there's definitely a lot of incentive to use, like, the life orb in a playthrough like this, so yeah. So that's how that ordered. And yeah, actually Ronan's closer, so yeah, let's use that. Although, again, I think the next gen we don't want to use Ronan on back as a C. Anyway, we have a lot of areas to go, but yeah. More interest is over here. Then normal gem. Very nice. Normal gem fake out is an option, so yeah, that people like to use. So yeah. Alright, Ronan is going to be taking on this guy. It's definitely better that Ronan takes on than 20. Alright, you look like an opponent who will really hard at my weaknesses. Alright, let's see them then. Say again, why did I just talk about like every Pokemon game I played like that? It's because, yeah, again, it's because, yeah, yeah, again, I think because of Black and White 2, yeah, that's why, I kept following the release of Pokemon games, and that's why I wanted to play them as soon as they come out. So yeah, I think it's kind of an important game because of that, so yeah. And even when, things start to pull off again, I still enjoyed the series, I still enjoy playing the games, so yeah. It's just that, yeah, again, I definitely wasn't as involved as I was during, like, Gen 7 time, because that was very important Pokemon back then. Even if it wasn't mainly competitive battling, I was doing a lot of things in the games, though, so yeah. So there's that. Let's go to the waterfall. And try to take this across. There we go. Now I see my faults clear. If I can work on them, I'll be even stronger. Good stuff. Yeah, we did that Megalon very well. Ah, yeah, that deserves another Moonlock right there. Good stuff. So, yeah. So, again, I think it is very important because then, yeah, kind of, yeah, should be my love for Pokemon 2. Hardcore is definitely the catalyst. And, yeah, it's definitely one of the most important games in the series because of that for me. But, again, Blacklight 2, even Blacklight 1 probably cemented my love for this series too. Like, this is a try out double these. Robot, I'm gonna numb you and your Pokemon. Yeah, this guy likes to do what I like to do, so yeah. On the wave. So yeah. We're actually almost done now. These are all Electabuzz. So yeah, let's send in the Ronin. And yeah, let's go for... I mean, I might be able to outspeed. Nope. I should though. These again, yeah, these trains are no slouch, so it makes sense. So we do get the circle for these, so yeah. And yeah, for this next circle, no, I'm probably gonna switch out. Yeah, I think I should switch out. That seems like there's something to do. No 64. Because yeah, it's a pro bass, so yeah. So yeah, let's go into Serena because again, he might have Earth power. Because again, these trainers, again, they seem pretty competent, so yeah. I'm guessing he's going for the electric type move, yep. So yeah, now I'll go for the bulldoze. And there should be a Turko. I think it's sturdy for its ability, so yeah. And it definitely looks like it. So you might go for a flash gun here, yep. Yeah, with Pro is not great special attack, that shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, there we go, now the bulldoze, and that'll be it, so yeah. Good stuff, good stuff, so yeah. Unbelievable, I was the one who struck them. This is the best thing for when you're really numb. Of course, the cherry berry, so yeah. If I start Earthling a power strategy excels technically, depends on the Pokemon see. And yeah. So, yeah, we should probably go into the Dark Room now, because, yeah... Then we're basically near the end of this place, which is nice, so, yeah. So, do I have all Gato? Yes. There we go. We're not too injured, so that's good. Yeah, this is definitely very different playing Manifold. We had to either manage my health, my MP so much, so, yeah. This is just, you know, a lot more simple and straightforward. So, yeah. Alright, Lacey, I believe now. So, like I said, yeah. For Flash, yeah, I have two options. I always have John Tracy. I also have, Antonia. But again, it doesn't really matter who I teach it to, because again, this is the only room that needs Flash. So, yeah. And yeah, we could try going through here without Flash, but it's a bit tedious, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, yeah, let's just teach it and be done with it. I mean, this is the last try that needs Flash though, so yeah, keep that in mind, I guess. So yeah, I'll go to Antonia, I guess. Antonia has it sure enough what they can do with that, so yeah. I feel like there's something wrong with teaching Levani Flash, but anyway, So yeah. Now another thing too, you can't be cheeky and get rid of Flash after you use it. I'm pretty sure you have to have it on to be able to see, so yeah. And yeah, they even put Hidden Items here too to troll you, and a PV Max too, so yeah, you definitely want to go in here. That's a viable Hill Dime and a Red Shot. And yeah, there's even there you can surf it too. And yeah, if you don't have Flash, this is quite kind of a nightmare to explore, so yeah. Like, it's very difficult to tell, yeah, where you're actually going, so yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, systematically, I think we've gone everything, so yeah. Like, I explored everyone and stuff like that. Here's another wreck, I mean, that's good. I think we're in a good place now, so yeah. So the last thing I kind of talk about in regards to this is something very interesting. Like a hidden memory got unlocked while I was kind of playing this. I actually, on my old system, I got my phone and then I tried to record the Roxy battle. And I think, yeah, that was actually the first time I tried to record anything. So yeah. I didn't upload it or anything like that. I just had some fun doing it. I'm strong, you know. It still won't take me on. I just kind of wanted to be, you know, the LPs I watch. I'd do something like that. So yeah. So now, yeah, it's come full circle. I'm actually playing this game on my channel. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think my younger self thought I would ever do something like that. So yeah. Like, yeah, I remember that, yeah, I talked about the moveset she had, just like, you know, another LPR who does great Pokemon playthroughs. I talked about the Challenger team as well. So, yeah, again, a lot of fun stuff. But now, yeah, I'm a bit worried. This time we could have anything, obviously. But, actually, no way. Lacy's faster. So, my best bet is Lacy. So, yeah, but if it's faster, which it isn't, then we know that, yeah, we might be feeling the Ice Beam. So, yeah, there we go. We took out the Starmie. So, there we go. Have big that, yeah, my favorite Pokemon is going to be the last one we fight here. Sword, yeah, that's a problem. Not a problem for Serena, though. So, yeah, unless there's Ice Punch. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's good for the CC here. Now, it's good for the Bulk Up. That's also kind of scary, too. Because, yeah, it could go for a coverage move on us. My guess it's a Rock-type move. Yeah, this is one thing I love about Serena too. Not only do they resist fighting, but also, if the fire type is a rock type move, then you just look up again. Alright. If they have a rock type move for coverage, Serena can take those quite well too. Stone Edge is still probably gonna hurt a bit, but yeah, especially for crits. But again, we do what we can. Yes, I'm sure I'm weak, you know. Why do you want to take it on with me? Okay, so yeah, we got this guy. I'm thinking. Yeah, I want basic this. I remember what his first weapon is. The people who pass out here have such different moods. It's fun to watch and even more fun to fight against them. Alrighty. So yeah, let's get this guy go. Sterling is his name. And he has the bear tip. So yeah. Let's go into Lacy for this. And yeah, let's give him the good old Iron Head. There we go. And yeah, cool, it's going alright. He's gonna go for the ground type move, and Todia can take that, so yeah, let's do that. And I think I definitely switch around very well, so that's also nice to see. Now he just goes to Iron Defense. That's not great, because again, he could have obviously a coverage move, but we'll see. Most likely a rock type move. But yeah, we have the life boosted leaf life now, so let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, that as well. And there's a Shadow Punch. Probably Iron Fist boosted. I mean, I can't really tell if it was Iron Fist boosted, to be honest. It didn't do too much. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that Golok didn't get like its own version of Shadow Punch, like a strong. I'd make it at least 75 power, I think. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem again. He'll probably just use a rock type move and knock us out. Is again, I don't think this is enough. Yep. And he just goes a bulk up again. Alright. I don't know what the obsession with doing that is, but hey, I'll take it, I guess. Yeah. Let's go for another Leaf Blade, and that'll be it. Good stuff. Mwahaha, it's fun. Let's go in here. Alright, so this is the final room. So, let's make our preparations. So, yeah. We'll just use the Moon Milk. I mean, I shouldn't have. I mean, that's fine. Now just use Lemonade. Even though I don't need to use it, I could use the Fresh Swap, that's okay. Alright, full off on everyone. Lacey's a good lead for this battle, such as the Armor Coin. Let's get this go. Wait up. I'll battle with you before we take on the Pokemon League. More Pokemons have the showing you get, right? Yeah, what a bro. Let's do this. Our final battle against Bolt in the main story, so yeah, let's get this go. Now, I should have mentioned his Ghetsis too, but yeah, like Bolt, he doesn't get any different on Charger except for a level increase. Again, I kind of wish the same happened with him and Bolt. Again, they're kind of important trainers, so yeah, it would have been cool if Charger gave them their own battles like the gym is, but that's okay. Anyway, I'll see the unpleasant, that's good. I'm pretty sure he has his Hull Dimes, so his Pokemon too, and we touch it too. I saw that move coming from miles away. We'll go for the Iron Head. Because then we do it to a fish with accuracy, so yeah. It's a should still be a Tokyo. How strong Lacey is. I think about the same. Wow. Must have been a damage roll then. And there we go. So yeah, level 64. And a Bouffalo's coming out, his new Pokemon. Probably wanting to go for Earthquake on me, so once again, Serena. And yeah, I could go Antonia, but again, there's the rest that he could have Megaform and Sapsipper, so yeah, and there's the EQ. We'll go for the Acrobatics here. This is why I wish I had the Blind Gem, because yeah, I don't think we're one-shotting this. Because Bouffalo's kind of bulky. There's the Head Charge though. Yeah, Head Charge is a Riska double edge, but it is slightly better because I think it actually does less recoil damage, which is kind of weird when you think about it like that because it has reckless ability, but I guess it's better for it. But anyway, Simisear. That means his star is going to be his last, which actually Serena does well against, so yeah, it's going to be the Serena show once again. So go with the Bulldoze, knock it out. His last is Superior. So yeah, we'll go for the Acrobatics once again. Level 61. So that should give us an idea of what we'll expect with the Elite Four. There we go. Good stuff. You're really something. Right. Thanks to you, I accomplished what I set out to do during my journey. I wish I could have shown you my little sister's huge smile. This is my thanks. That's a very good reward. TN24 Thunderbolt. Get kind of late in this game though. I think you're really amazing. So become the champion. Get the proof that you're your Pokemon can be proud of. See you. We've made it. And you see that, yeah, this is actually the same Victory Road, it's just that we can't explore like a different area of it. That we weren't able to before. And this happened because apparently it had something to do with the castle in Black White 1. It kind of damaged the Victory Road. So, yeah. Which, I mean, if you remember what the cutscene was like, yeah, that kind of makes a lot of sense. Alright. We still got a little bit of time left, I think. Yeah, for the rest of this part. I'll show off the Black 2's layout. What I'll do with that is I'll just walk my way through, and I'll show some of the differences I found. I think that's what we'll do. But anyway, understand what type of Pokemon each Elite Four uses. That is a shortcut for victory. No matter how many times Elite Four defeat me, I'll keep moving forward with my Pokemon. Yeah. Alright. Like I said, yeah, let's show that. And then, you know, I think we'll come back and we'll end this part. I think that's what I want to do. So, yeah. So, yeah, let's see the Black 2 version of Victory Road. Now, we're in the Black 2 playthrough once again. Like I said, yeah, Victory Road's a little bit different layout-wise. So, yeah, let's make sure we have repels on, obviously. He's still in effect. Good. So, yeah, we have the first floor here. And yeah, one of the differences is that yeah, now there's a bridge. That trainer wasn't there in white as well. There's also a shrimp boulder here too. And yeah, I'm just doing a quick run through. That's all I really want to show. I'll go down here. So yeah, I think the main difference is the fact that yeah, these bridges, they make it so that yeah, the way you traverse the two dungeons is very different. As you see here, we don't have to go around like that. We could just, you know, go across that bridge. I just don't remember if you can actually surf underneath the bridge. Well, I guess I'll have a look. I think you can. So yeah, again, we have access to this area already. Now yeah, I can go over here. I can fight that trainer. And yeah, this is like another part to the Doctor too. Doctor's also a different place again. A lot of the trainers are different place in fact, so yeah. So yeah, you see that yeah, there's a lot of different paths we can take to get to this destination once again, so yeah. Let's go back in. We've got this area again. This one you approach slightly differently, now we're on the right side. So then yeah, the two trains are over here now. Now let's see if we can go south once again. This will lead to the waterfall once again. I believe this is pretty similar. It's interesting that, yeah, they decide to do something like this, I must admit, so yeah. Yeah, well, that leads to is down there again, and that leads to where those two variances and the Wild Charge TM, so yeah. So there we go. go back up and let's keep exploring the rest. So yeah, we can also obviously go left over here as well, which is where we came from in the White 2 playthrough. We can get past that Baron. And then we can kind of see what's going on here. I believe this bridge, yeah, this bridge wasn't out in White 2. And yeah, obviously, yeah, the only way we can actually, you know, progress over here is if we use Surf. Nice to go over here and giving us back to the other side of the bridge. So yeah, this area here, yeah, this grove area, this one's completely optional now. So yeah, there's no reason to go here unless you want to obviously complete this area. If you just want to get to the end, you don't need it. So yeah, and there's the other strength folder. Let's look back on the rappel. And yeah, there's that trainer we fought at the beginning, I'm pretty sure. There's that psychic. And then yeah, that's the way back if we need that. So again, it's definitely similar. Again, like I said, it's kind of similar to Reverse in my mind. You know, slightly different dungeon layout, slightly different trainer placement. But yeah, still, you know, a similar area to what we had before, so yeah. And it is very interesting to decide to do this. Definitely feels like they're kind of going all out for in the last DS game as well, kind of like I was talking about before. They're just trying to cram in as much as they could. It's interesting because, again, like I said, they won't really do this. Like, yeah, in other versions, again, they can be very different feeling areas, like with, you know, wild Pokemon stuff, like I'm thinking of Area 0, for example, in Scarlet and Violet. But yeah, I think after this, though, it's pretty similar. Like, yeah, these are all your paths back up. Let me look at the map again. Yeah, the outside area here is different. The grove is also a little bit different. Like, there were less cut trees. But after this, though, it should be very similar now. So yeah. Okay, you can also go check out the other side. But yeah, again, it's mainly that first area and also the bridges being out. Different bridges are out depending on your versions. So yeah, you also need to explore according to those. So yeah. But yeah, again, that is mainly it. That's mainly it, that's the show. But again, like I said, yeah, it is very interesting. I must admit that they decided to do this. Again, they did this a lot of areas. Again, we got Route 4, we got Reversal Mountain, both areas of the Plaza Fridger, and Avenue Road. So yeah. Anyway, the version differences don't stop there, that's an actual, so yeah. Alright, that'll be that for now. So yeah, I'll get it back to the White 2 playthrough, and then yeah, we're gonna end this part. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit, I guess. Alright, with that done, yeah, next time it won't be the Elite Four. I need to do some preparations, obviously, before the Elite Four. We haven't even done the Big Sim Small Cup today, so yeah. So yeah, let's check our final preparations before our final battles. Of course, there's also the movie, but I'm actually not doing the movie in the next part, so yeah, anyway. That'll be that. So yeah, next time, yeah, like I said, our final preparations. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.